Thank you for coming to view my video on seafood bowl in an oven bag. So I'm starting out with my obe, my garlic, and my onion. All those items are definitely needed. I have jumbo shrimp. Make sure you get the jumbo shrimp. And I had 2 packs of beef smoked sausage. This is going to be so yummy. I had crawfish too. I'm not really a big fan of crawfish, but my husband loves this, and this is for his birthday. So I started out by putting all this into a bowl. I'm just showing you here. I do have the big shrimp, but they're on the bottom. And I also cut up some corn, which was very difficult to do. I never realized how hard it was to cut corn until today. And I have some lobster here, as well as crab legs. So I will be using oven bags today. I will have 3 different oven bags, one for each family member, including myself, me, my husband, and my daughter. So everyone has their own. This is going to be so yummy. I'm so excited. I also want to show you that the crab legs here still have a little bit of ice on it, as well as the lobster. So I'm not really doing anything with that right now. I'm going to focus on the other portion of the seafood bowl at this time. Alright, so now let's get right on into getting this thing started. Okay, so you can see the cutting board here. I'm going to clean that off because that's where I was cutting the corn. It was so hard. It's time to now cut the potatoes. When picking out potatoes for a seafood bowl, you don't want your potatoes to be too big. Struggling a little bit here, trying to open this up with one hand while I hold the camera with the other. But it's okay. I got it. Alright, so I'm going to take my first potato out. And the way I do it is I go in and look for a smaller potato, and then every time I pick the smaller potato, because you want small potatoes in the boil. So which one's bigger? This one or that one? This one or that one? This one. Alright, so I'll take this one, and then I'll do that as I go through the entire bag. Well, actually, I'm not going to go through the entire bag. I'm just going to do a couple of them because I didn't want too many. We have so much food. And I'm also making Red Lobster cheddar bay biscuits with this. So definitely wanted to make sure I didn't use too many potatoes. So I continue to go through the bag, seeing which potato is smaller, and always taking the smaller potato. These 2 are really small, so I put them together, and I think that should pretty much wrap up the potatoes. Those are all the ones that I'm keeping now. Here I'm just rinsing off the potatoes. You want to make sure that you always rinse your potatoes off. So I'm rinsing them off very well with cold water. Okay, so the time is here. It's time to cut the potatoes, and I usually just cut them in half. Now I do have a wedge here that I actually had to cut into 4s because that was the one. But other than that, you'll see that they are in half and they fit perfectly back together. Alright, so I'm going to start with this one first, and as you can see, I am loading it with obe. Obe seasoning is great for the crab bowl, so I'm mixing everything around. I want to make sure that I get this everywhere, and it's not just the things on top that are covered in obe, but all of the food is covered in obe. So you'll continually see me mix it around and then put more obe on top. Okay, so this seafood is starting to be so big, I decided I needed another one so that I can make sure I'm getting everything like I need. I can't cover everything with obe and all of the seasonings that I'm using. If it's so big, you can barely move everything around. So I decided to take some out and put it into another pan so I can focus on making sure this is seasoned, because a seafood bowl has to be seasoned good, okay? That's what it's all about, that yummy, yummy taste. It's so flavorful. Alright, with a lobster, you want to make sure that you're getting where the meat is, okay? So that's what I'm doing here. Making sure I take each lobster tail and I pour the obe on top of the meat. Other seasons I'm using are hot sauce. I'm using Mrs. Dash, the black pepper, and another Mrs. Dash, and this is salt here in this container. You want to make sure that you're seasoning it very well. And I love Mrs. Dash because it's good for, your blood pressures. A lot of seasons, they make your blood pressure go up. They have a lot of sodium in it, but Mrs. Dash does not. So I use that a lot here in my home. This one is garlic and herb Mrs. Dash. And so I'll sprinkle that. It's a little bit heavy-handed with it, but once again, this is a seafood bowl, and you want it to be packed with flavor. And so I'm just going through all of my seasonings here and making sure that I put each one on heavily. And this is the salt. I'm not using as much salt. I just sprinkled it throughout and let that be enough. The next one that I'm going to use is the original blend, which I love, Mrs. Dash. But actually, this one's new. I haven't even used this one yet, so let me actually open this up. Okay, it's open now, and now we can use it. Alright, so I have all this seasoned now. Now it's time for some fun. It's time for the crab legs. So the way that I do it is I put the obe here at the back of the crab leg. If it actually comes out for me, there it goes. Okay, and once you have put your obe there, you want to get some butter and seal it with butter. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm cutting the butter out. That's the butter. And when I just I just press it down because it kind of seals itself. And that's packing that flavor in. It's sealing the flavor in. So yeah, that's going to be so yummy. Alright, I'm going through and I have done all of the crab legs here. They're all packed with flavor and ready to go. Alright, so now that that's done, you see this butter here? Yep, that is butter. I'm going to start cutting up little pieces of butter and just mix them into the bowl with the corn, the sausage, shrimp, crawfish, lobster, potatoes, and crab legs. So it looks like this here. Yummy, I cannot wait to taste this. Okay, so this is my oven bag. I picked this up from my local dollar store. They're really good Reynolds bags, and they come with 2 in the box. So it's for me and my husband and my daughter. I needed 3, so I bought 2 boxes of them. Look how big this bag is. I mean, come on, you can put like a whole turkey in here, a ham. I remember growing up, my mom would use them sometimes for turkeys and things like that. Okay, so I have everything inside of the bag. Look how yummy this is. Oh my goodness, I'm getting so excited. And I'm showing you all 3 bags. So this is the second bag here, and this is the third bag. And you see that I put the whole stick of butter in there. It's going to be so good. I can barely wait at this point. Alright, so inside of the Reynolds box, you will see a paper, and inside of the paper, you will have 2 ties. So these are my 2 ties for the first box. And this makes it a little easier for you to cook, because I know you're probably thinking, like, what is she going to do to close these bags? But yeah, they have ties inside of the bag. Make sure you don't throw them away, because I have done that before. And yeah, that's what makes it so yummy. I'm getting these bags actually ready for them to go into the refrigerator, because I am doing this. It is now like 9 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing this. And this is actually dinner, but I like for it to marinate in the seasoning all day, because it just makes it so much better. Alright, so I'm putting the stick of butter in, and then I will tie these up and I will get them put in the refrigerator. Okay, so I'm showing you here, you want to have room in your bag. You don't want it to be tight like that. No, no, no. You have to have room because you don't want the bag to bust. This is the last step here. I'm pouring parsley in, and I'm going to have my oven set for 400 degrees, and I will cook it for 45 minutes. And I also have Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits, as my husband requested for his birthday as well. All right, 45 minutes later, look what we have. It's so yummy, and it's out. Yay! Just about to get into it, and that's my husband. He's
I'm opening my birthday gift.
And we also have the Red Lobster biscuits that we have on the birthday plate. Say hey, Mama. Baby, he ready to get in that thing. My husband just decided he's gonna just pour his out. I think I'm gonna eat mine out of the bag. All right, time to get into this bag. So bye. And if you would like more Obey, baby, I just have it on the table for you too. But I put a lot, so you're welcome. All right, bye. Let me get into this food. Well, we all have a lot, and my daughter has the same thing that she's eating out of her bag. She has the same.